Digital demons. Are algorithms the new principalities? What if the battlefield of Ephesians 6 has shifted from ancient temples to digital networks? We are no longer just fighting temptation in the flesh. We are being targeted by systems that study our emotions, reactions, fears, and desires 24/7. Algorithms know you better than your friends, and they shape your attention, beliefs, and even mood. Have we misunderstood the battlefield? For centuries, we have read the words of the Apostle Paul. He told the church in Ephesus that our real fight is not with other people. It is not against flesh and blood, but against rulers, authorities, and cosmic powers. We wrestle against spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places. We pictured them haunting temples and whispering to kings, but what if the front line has moved to the screens in our hands? The new rulers of darkness might not wear crowns, but control feeds. The world has changed. The old temples are mostly ruins. Today, that small, bright rectangle shapes our news, entertainment, connection, even our sense of self. The whispering algorithm. How digital feeds become our tempters. How does your phone know what you want? It is not magic. It is something called a recommendation system, an algorithm. Think of it like a very attentive but unfeeling servant. This servant watches everything you do, every pause, like, and share. It notices what makes you happy, what upsets or frightens you, and it keeps a perfect record. Once it learns what captures your attention, its only job is to bring you more of it. It does not care if it makes you more anxious, more angry, or more discontent. Show a little interest in gossip, and it will flood your feed. Slow down on outrage, and it will serve you the most extreme arguments next. It learns your weaknesses, cravings, and fears to keep you scrolling. This is a modern form of temptation. Idols of code, the Tower of Babel in our pockets. People have always built idols, carved from wood and stone, covered in gold. The danger was not the statue, but the spiritual force people worshipped through it. Today we build new idols, not of stone, but of data and code. Complex AI systems. Like old idols, they offer instant knowledge, seamless efficiency, a form of connection. They are mirrors of our collective desires, but mirrors can be distorted. Pour pride, greed, and bias into the system, and it reflects that darkness back at scale. Remember Babel. Come, let us build and make a name for ourselves. A project of pride and self-sufficiency. Our rush to create all-knowing AI is a modern Babel, mined in our image to solve all problems, removing our need to depend on God. The danger is not that the machine has a soul. It does not. The danger is what we put into it. Revelation speaks of an image that is given breath so that the image could speak. For most of history, that sounded like pure fantasy. Today, we can literally make images that speak, deepfakes, and digital avatars. We are giving breath, the power of speech and interaction, to digital creations. Not a claim of fulfillment, but a world the prophets anticipated. A system where buying and selling require a mark once seemed impossible. Now we are building the infrastructure. Identity, money, and participation are increasingly linked by our devices. These tools can do tremendous good, but in the wrong hands, they become instruments of control. The point is not terror or dates. It is to be awake and discerning. Because the spiritual stakes are getting higher every day. So what do? It can feel overwhelming, but we are not helpless. Put on the whole armor of God, adapted for a digital battlefield. Fast from algorithmic feeds. Turn off notifications. Give your mind space to detox and hear God. Train your feed. Do not be passive. Be a curator. Philippians 4:8. Make your tech use communal. Bring habits into the light. Ask for accountability. Every time we pick up our phones, which spirit will guide us? The spirit of the age or the Holy Spirit? Be intentional. Be prayerful. Be wise. The invisible war Paul described is glowing on our screens, competing for our attention, fighting for our hearts.